In a world where people celebrate the highlights but forget the grind, there are stories that go beyond sports, beyond fame, beyond headlines. Here on Born to Win Legend, we don't just talk about stars, we reveal the relentless journeys that shaped them. Stories of those who rose from nothing, who broke cycles, who changed history by never giving up. This is the story of a boy born in poverty, raised in chaos, but destined to wear the crown. This is the story of LeBron James. He was born on December 30th, 1984 in Akron, Ohio, but his life began under pressure. His mother, Gloria, was just 16 when she gave birth to him. His father was not around. There was no stable home, no plan, no safety net. LeBron moved from apartment to apartment, school to school. Some nights, there wasn't enough food. Some nights, there wasn't even a home. But even in the chaos, there was love. His mother never gave up on him. She fought to give him a better life, even if she didn't have one herself. And LeBron, even as a child, understood what it meant to carry hope on your back. Basketball became his sanctuary. He picked up the ball when he was just a boy. In it, he found more than a game, he found a purpose. He poured his pain into the sport. Every missed meal became motivation. Every night on the floor turned into fuel. He trained with a hunger most kids couldn't imagine. He wasn't playing to impress. He was playing to survive. By the time he reached high school at St. Vincent St. Mary, the world began to take notice. At just 15, Sports Illustrated put him on the cover with the words, "The Chosen One." Cameras followed him everywhere. NBA scouts filled the bleachers. Pressure mounted. Expectations exploded. But LeBron didn't fold. He rose. He didn't play for fame. He played for the city that raised him, the mother who sacrificed for him, the boy inside who knew what it felt like to have nothing. He dominated the court with power, speed, vision, and a mind far older than his years. In 2003, straight out of high school, he was drafted number 1 by the Cleveland Cavaliers. No college, no safety net. Straight into the league, carrying the weight of a broken city's hope, and he delivered. LeBron didn't just play, he transformed the game. From his very first season, he proved he belonged. But still, the critics came. He didn't win fast enough, didn't have rings, didn't have a dynasty. So he kept working. He trained harder, smarter, became a leader, a student of the game. And when the time came to make hard decisions, like leaving Cleveland in 2010, to join Miami, he made them not for applause but for evolution. In Miami, he faced hate, backlash, booing fans. But he didn't flinch. He stayed focused. And there, with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, he became a champion. Twice, then, he did what few have the courage to do. He came back to Cleveland, to the city that raised him, to the place that once burned his jersey. And in 2016, against all odds, down 3-1 in the NBA Finals, he led the Cavaliers to their first ever championship. He didn't just win a title, he healed a city. But LeBron James is bigger than basketball. He built a school for at-risk children. In Akron, the I Promise School, offering not just education, but food, bikes, transportation, support. He gave children what he never had: stability, belief, a future. He started businesses, built media companies, empowered athletes to have a voice. He didn't wait for permission. He created platforms for himself, for others, for the unheard. He spoke up about racism, about injustice, about the power of the vote. He wasn't afraid to risk endorsements or popularity to stand for what's right. He became more than an athlete. He became a movement. Even as the years passed, he kept redefining greatness. He didn't slow down, didn't fade. In his late 30s, he was still dominating the league, setting records, silencing doubt. And in 2023, he did the unthinkable. He became the NBA's all-time leading scorer, passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a record many thought would never be broken. But that's LeBron James. He doesn't listen to limits. He doesn't play by timelines. He builds his own legacy one day at a time. Through injuries, criticism, heartbreak, pressure, he never gave up. He never stopped chasing greatness, not for the fame, not for the money, but because he knows that millions are watching. Kids like he once was, struggling, dreaming, searching for a way out. He shows them that it's possible. That no matter where you start, even if you're born into nothing, with discipline, vision, and relentless heart, you can become a legend. He shows the world that greatness isn't just about talent. It's about choices, character, leadership, and love. LeBron James didn't choose an easy life. He chose a meaningful one. So if you're watching this and feel like the odds are stacked against you, remember his story. Remember the boy who carried his dreams through poverty, through pain, through pressure, and turned them into power. Remember that being born into struggle doesn't mean you're stuck there. You were born to win. And the road may be long, but if you walk it like LeBron, with purpose, with grace, with unstoppable belief, you will make it. This is Born to Win legend. If LeBron's journey reminded you that you don't have to be perfect, you just have to keep pushing, then subscribe now. Because your story is still being written. And like LeBron, you have what it takes to turn every challenge into a championship. Keep rising. Keep fighting. Keep going.